Hey boys. Possibly the last day of this campaign. I'm gonna try to finish in the next 5 to 6 turns. Missing a couple of dwarf cities and that's it. So fresh turn 81. Reichland was rank 1 3 turns ago. Now they are rank 5. I have the clever one somewhere in 4 turns, and from the looks of it, it's going to be Man-Eaters or Rakard. They're both really inconvenient, unless I can get better relations with Rakard. Unfriendly, need this to at least neutral.
His tale must be told.
Tremble before my beasts have more wit and honor than you, swine.
How the hell is this guy still alive? This is a problem with these minor factions. One moment. Probably a couple more turns before I need to check that one out.
For the wisdom of Valea.
Cult to Karak Norn.
Of the Fly Lord.
Just in case. But I think I decided I'm gonna plant Top Manager and Valentine to the settlements and then capture it on the last turn.
Strongest Rapara.
It's turn 81 right now. Karak Izor and Karak Norn. These two armies are going there. Check, check. These two gonna have to be sniped. And then it's just Zubar and Karak Kadrin.
I yearn for Earth's pestilent touch.
Mate, you should be watching the Nurgle campaign. That's what's going on behind me.
I bring grandfather's
Here, I see what they want to see. Yeah, I see, I see. I see.
Kugath, a plague father.
It's teleport for on 83 to 84 and 84 to 85. Fortunately, I can reach this one. That's not cool, not cool. So nothing to do for Kyuga this turn. I should have teleported last turn, really. Maybe.
Cultist of the Fly Lord.
Damurkan is moving towards Karakadrin. If the Empire doesn't meet them, they're probably gonna capture it. So that'll be it for Karakadrin. Just go towards Zubar with this one. He'll be there in 3 turns, hopefully. Does look like all the Chaos Wars and Nurgle have arrived here, so the Empire are not gonna do much anymore. I mean, the Empire have armies, but all these guys combined, and the Empire still won't be able to deal with it. When I'm in the mix, most of the military just have to go for the player.
I'll concoct a perfect.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit?
Hey, Sterimolo.
Shit. What the hell?
Only.
One moment. Okay.
Cultist of the Fly Lord. In fact, all.
There's Khalida. Khalida with her submarine.
Never.
I know that the sea regions are misaligned and they're not properly polished and adjusted on the map and on the campaign level, but this is a new one for sure.
No.
Spread.
Just deploy surprise here.
Sing chant of Nurgle. Come, serve Poxmakers.
So it might be moving towards Karakazul.
I forbid this.
Attrition Plague is on cooldown. If I capture this on turn 82, I will still turn 82 there and then I teleport on turn 83. I don't need to teleport more than twice. There's nothing left for Kyuga to do, unfortunately. I don't have a file off in range.
I must test.
Just poke here and hope the Empire does send some kind of response. So they're not else, right?
March till we blister.
Fate of Zubar has multiple armies.
Cultist of the plague god.
I guess we got the general direction of Zubar and Karakadran. They won't be able to respond both on this and my armies.
Shortens.
Trying to finish this in 4 or 5 turns, not 10 turns. When you try to finish it earlier, everything has to go perfectly.
Cultist of the Fly Lord. Carry his plague. First, our father requires prayer.
And turn. Yeah, this is very close to finish. If everything goes without a hitch, turn 85 win.
Perhaps you could spare me a biopsy.
Join war against Belagor. Sometimes you have to look at it from the perspective, what would happen if this happened to you? Like, Empire has like 6 armies and all of a sudden, you know, they're winning. And one faction moves in, destroys most of these armies. And then 3 more factions come with 6 of their armies. This is just the end for them, there's no way to recover from that, right?
A more delectable proposition.
Invasion of Ultron is happening by Dark Elves. Something you see very often. So Khalida has landed. Nothing really special here. 2 Great Bows and 1 War Sphinx. There's a rank 33 with only 1 item. That's a poor item as well. Exalted Plague Bears against some factions are basically cheats. It's like no other way to explain them. They're just cheats.
Maggot kill.
Well, Plague Bear Wall, and if they send any extra pressure anywhere, the Pestigors will help. She has no spell resist, no ward save. Chopping pretty good here, huh? I want these units to charge like this. Pestigors go rather pretty easily here, very impressive. The garrison is not part of the ambush, they have to come as reinforcements. I do still have a couple of units that are really difficult to deal with infantry. She used that ability to do really good damage. This is why I went for the Exalt Plague Bears, nothing else, because this army really needed it to deal with Khalida. Very good emergency. Large units are a menace. I don't want to support it by characters. She might not have spell resistance, but she has regeneration. Is really hard to hit.
Worshipper of disease!
I mean, it doesn't look like they might even win this. A lot of units have caused so much damage. We'll see if those snakes go down anytime soon. The Sphinx is still up. They have a lot of Tomb Guard.
Cleanliness is blasphemy!
Still have to deal with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 large units. They've probably gotten 2 more units in hindsight. Reinforcements ought to be enough here. Should shoot these guys so they don't have shields. Storm Scorpions and Spell Resist, not worth doing that. Kill the little chariots. These old plague bearers do have projectile. So very nasty if they get through it going. It can cripple a unit. There's a lot of Tomb Guard here. If I had a Road Glorious Rot, it would have been a different story here. I think up in a couple of turns.
Taliban of Nurgle.
I have to keep her busy. And the War Swing is not going down. It doesn't even have magical attacks, it's stomping infantry like it's in the anatomy. That's going our way again.
Taliban.
A little bit damage here might start crumbling.
What bearers? Kill.
Attacking with range lowers leadership quite a bit.
Nurgle. Disease. Brings hearts.
Yeah, that's it.
What bearers? Kill. What bearers? Goose.
Without Garrison or if I didn't recruit Pestigos, it would have been definitely a different story. Should probably put more damage on her in case she keeps fighting. This, she might be the most evasive character in the entire game, second to none.
Rancid footprints. Blade fathers chosen.
When it comes to fighting melee.
Titan ones. Are the molder. Ringing. Fox. Enemy die. Nurgle's herald.
Plague Bearers are terrible at chargers, so they just want to hug the enemy and make sure that they're there, they stay there until the enemy is dead. You can even see 8 charge, but they're too slow to get an actual charge going. That's a worse start. They do get extra charge defense, which means you never want to charge with them. Just hug the enemy. It might be worse than dwarves are charging. Probably way worse. She's unbreakable, oh my god.
Tainted one.
Well. Vlad is the problem, right guys? Vlad is the problem. Vlad bullies peasants and plebs and noobs and casuals. Nerf Vlad. There's literally like 10 lords worse than Vlad that are around. They're not bullying the Empire or Elspeth, right? But nobody in this army that can fight Khalida.
Chaos Turf. March for Nurgle. Raid forward. Make good team.
No fire either.
Beautify. One-eyed watchers. Herald goes. Nurgle blesses.
She can still trigger a curse. Okay, this might still be defeat with her surviving.
Course. Luxury. Most
I mean, the damage is kind of building up now.
early men of
There's some range damage available. This is actually really bad to do it like this. Go away. If she loses half health, she'll trigger a curse. There's gonna be mega damage in this. I need to just keep a couple units here. When the Tomb Kings drop to half health, they trigger the curse. And it's a lot of damage.
any bite.
This would have been a disaster if that hit this pile.
Dark beasts. Gorse. Greyherd. Zergoth.
Oh, Pestigers are in trouble catching up with Sharp.
Suarez. Hansi child. Children. Trail of maggots.
This is a very close fight. Very close fight. We might even still have army losses here when you look at this. Just are really having trouble to hit her. We're getting army losses. Damn. Khalida said no. Needed like another unit, I think. They should most of them should come back because of the corruption. Hopefully the Sphinx doesn't come back. The Sphinx came back, damn. She didn't occupy. My lord was just a little bit better. This would have been a pretty straightforward fight. That's why it's always good to have one good emergency lord. But if the Regiments Renown were available, this would be complete trivial.
Harold, the strongest demon.
Rod Glorious Rot. How many targets? 5?
Best flayed bearer. Death, decay, rebirth, bring Nurgle's ribs. Make rod bearer stronger. Let's Vader. Herald's pustules break open. Three cells.
No!
No!
Have maggots in mouth. The son to grandfather.
Those could have countered your sharp grey bows.
My faith in you wanes.
This seems to be quite a nasty army moving around. Where's the attrition? Here. Not the greatest options here, huh?
Yes.
Her father requires prayer first.
Karakazul's the victory settlements, I gotta protect.
Cultist of the Fly Destruction shall be my gift.
Which one would be better to stay directly here? I guess Valentine.
Nurgle says
We have to go through a settlement here to get there.
Megaton.
There's a victory settlement, and that's a victory settlement.
Sickly grown.
It's Zubar and Karakadrin missing. So Karakadrin can be sniped.
Of the Fly Lord. Cultist of the Plague God.
I can snipe Zubar as well with just being in the area.
Best flayed bearer.
The Empire has some military again that they wanna fight close again. Hey Antagonistus, I got a question for you. In your the mod you made, did you prevent the enemy of the Empire recruiting Electrocan state troops?
Unworkable.
Because I haven't seen their state troops. Those are not regiments renowned.
New legion is a blessing.
May
There's another Reichland army, no state troops. The only thing that mod should do is to put regiments renowned to require rank 99. That's all, nothing else. So if unit is a regiment renowned, it should require rank 99 to unlock. That's how they do regiments renowned mods. They should not touch any other unit that's not a regiment renowned, even still available on the regiment renowned panel. But for some reason, Cal is not recruiting regiments renowned. It's really strange. I mean, the Electro Count state troops.
Share disease. Nurgle. We plague. We decay. We destruction. Great decay. Spread rot.
This guy has 70 spell resistance.
Best Lord Bearer. Tainted One. Plague-ridden. Rot. Fester. Pass. Fester. Pause. Rot. Child. Decompose. No.
The pretty straightforward army, just infantry and cavalry with 2 characters.
King. Rot. Power. Play fathers Odin. Most putrid.
Range in the back, huh? Nurgle love trees.
Rancid footprints. Plague bearers. Despair.
Yeah,
Plague bearers.
Queen Bess, it's fine, it's fine.
Tallyman.
I feel like the Vampire Coast Regiments Renowned should be an exception, because they actually require a proper stuff to unlock. It's the only Regiments Renowned that require proper stuff to unlock. Every other faction have it super easy with them. Where are you guys going? Thought we had a good time here. Look at the Rotfly bug syncing with the enemy. It's like, you know, we always talk about this syncing thing, you know, like... We said it like, cause, you know, we thought what was happening, but that's exactly what is happening. It's the term, it's like syncing speed to the fleeing unit. And some units is extreme, really, extreme. That was a bloodbath. Flagellants managed to kill 74 plague bearers. That's very impressive. Very, very impressive. Must be something with their attack intervals. I guess they might have more high damage and great swords against black bears.
Not worth infection.
This is the interesting ancillary. I'll take it for a moment, thank you very much.
Enemy only flesh. Fluid.
This oh, it's actually right at the edge, damn. Maybe because this guy blocked me. I think this guy blocked me.
His plagues!
Let's back. God for deconstruction. Kugath, a plague father.
The army that can respawn Karakhiran fastest is
Not
probably this one. They got extra stuff there.
The plague weaver.
Can we get 82? 3, 4, 5.
cultist.
Yes. Bow before he who wields the slayer. World can't wait to eat ya. The axe thirsts for war.
Okay. Looks like we're in the final stage here.
Cultist of the plague god. A blessing.
Final stage.
Let this world turn.
Clear one this arm is close to Karakhiran. I think I have enough troops to summon to protect the 3 cities. Don't have lightning strike delay reinforcements, but we'll get longer.
For my studies.
Everybody gets a Nurgling. You get a Nurgling, you get a Nurgling, you get a Nurgling, you get a Nurgling, everybody gets a Nurgling. Just hit your Nurglings there.
Grandfather asks it.
So this should all be turned off.
A sensible location. On the move. Lord Vesta.
There are trees there, so it's ideal to just keep moving forward.
Experiment.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's fleeing? This guy was still fighting that in crazy.
Our father's sacred servant.
Are you sure about that, friend? Plague Reading with the Old Trickster Shard. That is just sick. It just feels like too powerful.
Unspeakable foxes! Calculating my destination. We do. Nurgle's claws.
I was then gonna get murdered between a flagellant and that unit.
The perfect blade.
Lumdrax caused him some damage.
Talisman. Swords. Flame Bearer. Champion. Final orders. Win decay. The love of Nurgle. Children of Nurgle. Stomping. A superior position. Mother King slain. My experiment succeeds.
Okay.
The target slain. Tugath, plague. Conqueror. Tugath, plague.
Lumdrax are not getting bothered down.
over here.
Logs of Hishes, they actually prevent him from getting power. This is one case where Argon Conduits would actually help. Discord link should work again.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
It belongs to Nurgle now. Kurgath, a plague father.
Samo Kuga to crack drak.
Fill with stench.
Cultist of the Fly Lord. Cultist of the Fly Lord. I pray.
What news, ally of blight? Fuck right.
Good rank 2, huh?
I follow my passion.
The Kala is rank 1.
Corruption, seduction.
By the cruel seas. Gormleth.
Victory imminent.
Cultist of the Plague God.
Victory imminent.
Cultist of the Fly Lord. No!
Plus 5% ward save to all characters and 15% better vigor management to all armies. Nice.
The rot horde would grow stronger.
Cultist.
Pashutshar! and Dunkersta Hangro.
And they're beelining for Karakadrin.
The Father of Darkness toys with you. Why not?
I'm right at the edge of ambush. Should be good now. Post a file on Discord. Great.
Joy fills me anew.
Not even rank 20 on. So then they know nothing about these guys. Wow.
A new way to share Nurgle's love. Father Nurgle. A delightful addition to my arsenal.
This guy has been in our campaign since the very start of the campaign. He was at a very strong rank. And now, literally at the start of the late game, he's rank 17.
Found, children.
And I'm about to finish my last objective. Nothing special about him.
What a wonderful gift! I bring the plague gift. Nurgle's unclean.
I think the Great Unclean One, Exalted Great Unclean One, is the worst Exalted Great Demon. By far. And the Herald of Nurgle is one of the best lords in the game, period. So this is just... it's just like... don't be over dramatic, Kelch, right? Plebs can complain. Great Demons is one of the biggest disasters of Warhammer 3, really. It's just like super disappointing.
Trail of by bringing forth we go.
Now I just lost some strong harassment here as well in exchange for nothing.
Fly bearer, flake sword, ready. Throne of destruction, but bearers.
Imagine losing the locus of fecundity in the air. What a Great Unclean One. There's no words. It's like one of the most powerful things in the game.
Not a child. Nurgle sends. Taliban, obey. Plague ridden. The Taliban lurks there. Thrones. You place despair, decay, decompose. Rot bearers! Rot bearers! Curl! Grandfather Nurgle's favorite. Rot bearers! Rim! Decay! Haunt! Rot bag! I'm moving, children! Black bearers! Rot bearers! Record inventions. Yes. Taliban of Nurgle. Rots and rots and rots. Telling me! Good that infuses me. Trail of fire. Maggot. Humans, flesh, blood, and guts. Tallyman of Blade. Maggot King. Rot and child moving. Brutal. Destroy. Spreading pus. Trail of distance. Care. Sharing disease. Taliban! Children!
This guy is sticked.
One time! Rotters! Swords weak!
This guy's been swinging here for several minutes, barely killed anybody.
Play! Taliban! Venom! Die! Taliban! Poxmakers! Children of Nurgle! Bring Nurgle's rot! Putrid Conqueror! Nurgle! Tallyman! Taliban of Nurgle! Red Festa! Blisters, fevers, wheezing, swords! The Festa Board! Brings bugs! Plague bearers! Rocket King! Nurgle! Lord of Maggots! Turning me! Rolling! Spread! Fast run!
Even princes do miss a skill or two on a higher power level compared to some of the rest of the game. After all, they are demon princes, you know, they're supposed to be like godlike. But exalted great demons are like, there's no words. They are just a vanilla Warhammer 3 disaster. They did add some stuff around, but it's bare bones.
Nurgle has need of them. Father Nurgle, what a wonderful gift! Let us earn grandfather's love.
My life shortens. My soul sings. Destruction shall be my gift.
Kugath.
Cultist of the fly shall crumble. Cultist of the Fly Lord.
Nurgle's uncleanest. Father's here. A wondrous day. My place now.
Cultist of the Plague God.
Do not betray your king.
They don't seem to be taking any attrition.
Repulsive. Listen to grandfather. Best flayed. Disease never dies. My servant fails me. I play now. One good swing and you're dead. World Walker. Need dos. Looking forward to crunching your bones. Not sure what you're black. look forward to eating ya. I must test my...
Can let these armies close to Krakadrak if you're gonna be here out for more than 2 turns.
The rotting Poxmaker. I'll concoct a
The army is kind of damaged from that last fight. I look like I'm able to get any replenishment. I need to use the whatever that thing is called, the crop right.
unspeakable Poxies. I have a blade-bearing Nurgle ready for each and every one of them. Yes. Stomping. Any bite of Nurgle. Time. Obey. Finger of sickness.
More things, huh? Bullies of Nurglings.
Decompose. A new brew. Lost Paris. Not bad.
Those guys haven't gotten the update, but their arms are under attack. I just need to rout them, I don't have to kill them.
Like Paris.
Bastard! 5 projectiles.
bags. One eye rotters.
Does look like they can one-shot rot flies.
Ringing. Box. Tiny lunch.
Looks like he got stuck by a tree or something.
A sensible location.
Grant decomposition.
Burger King 2.
I mean, the single entity artillery is crazy. There's nothing not to like.
Tallyman.
Some of the best artillery in the game, for most part, unless they're on a kind of low tier.
Two guys. Play. For my studies. The perfect play. Play. Tallyman. Corrupt. Destroy. Fox, Blade, and Tusk. The perfect play.
Drones have been damaged from the last fight, and the Iron Blasters are pretty good against drones.
My experiment succeeds. A new brew.
Worshipper of disease. On festering foot. Joyfully I move.
They die. The rocks rise. Remove.
I gotta do a battle with this army every turn. In this case, two battles on this turn. And then possibly 2 teleports. Nurglings are next to useless on this stage because of the economy. They're just a liability in consecutive battles.
Bring them. Kugath, a plague father. most satisfactory outcome. The Plague Weaver. Nurgle. Our enemies are merely specimens. Their corpses bound for my lands. Rot, child. Moving. Save us! What I can do. What there is. Not children. Not power.
Cleanliness is blasphemy!
Breakthroughs. Reading box. Spreading. Was. Children will. They know it. Taliban flakes.
So attacking from the opposite side, preferably with a single plague drone, is the optimal attack on the wall. For knockbacks.
My brothers. Blackberries will. Die.
Decay Lord Cultist!
The pocket. Breakthroughs. Any bite. Oh, good. To that blade. Despair. Decay. Decompose. They die. Rot. Fester. Loss. Loss. My experiment succeeds. Yes. Breakthroughs.
All hail Decay!
Sand.
Armor trolls and garrison, huh? How would that happen?
Worshipper of disease!
Pox, plague, and pus. Wait for it. Lurks. for my studies. Children of Nurgle! Festa! Nurgle sends! The love of Nurgle! Rainbow! Bringing Pox! Very swell. A new brew.
Grandfather directs me.
Blade. Sword. Ready. Tyrant of Festa. Tyrant. Open.
Pineapple pizza time. Twitch plus me, how could you?
Slaughter them! The perfect place!
Pizza tier list? I don't care that much about pizza.
Nurgles, come on! Nice. Another laboratory for me.
There it is, Clutis with his daily feels weird, man.
Cougar,
Good morning.
a plague father. I must test her.
Korn might raise Karak Zone, interesting.
Horn's gaze is not upon us, or I would have to kill you.
That would be inconvenient. I mean, there's always some unplanned stuff that can happen if you try to do things in a minimal amount of turns.
The axe thirsts for war.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
I'm missing 4 settlements for the last victory route.
Poxmakers! Come, sleep, numb. Poxmakers! Come, serve Poxfather! Herald Lyca! Father Nurgle! Rats! Prepared! Team concocted.
8 defense, 15 armor, 20 missile resist. Damn.
Cultist of the Fly Lord.
Fast! Plague!
No surprises from this side.
First, the fetid baptism.
Do not betray your king.
There! He asks. We shambled forth. Her father requires prayer first. March for her father.
Each win power, grandfather's children. Strongest weapon. Maggots in mouth. Fated Tomb Master. Perhaps you could spare me a biopsy sample.
Hopefully they don't put Karkadon under siege for too many turns. Or even worse, raise it. One army. Expect a little more here. Lots of armor.
Lord of maggots. Harbinger of wrath. Nurgle's mightiest child. Your breath infuses me. Like
Have a missile resistance here, huh? Not the plague anymore, actually. 2 lens ships, lovely.
any kind of Nurgle.
Lovely.
Wherever Nurgle asks. Rotbearers!
Gotta deal with this cave so nobody's harassing us on the side. Pair of Buna and a charge or a dude.
Fly, bearer. Pull them apart. Tear apart. Grandfather Nurgle's favorite. Cannon! By Nurgle's command! Way large! Great decay! Mother King Pro! Poxmakers! Nurgle sends me forth. Decay! Shield. Well, attack!
I'm bending here, gotta clear this. Another demigriffs, huh? Demigriffs get the fair Buna, I love to death.
Bring Nurgle's rot wearers. Putrid conqueror. I bring the blight.
Xun is taking quite a bit of damage, you got a big heal, but this guy's low rank, don't have big heal.
Blisters, fevers, weeping sores. Plague bearers.
Assist on the other side.
Red. Faster. Ringing. Boss. Turning
Look at this, the guys are literally dead and they're still fighting.
Rot. Agile. Moving. Despair. Decay. Decompose. Remove. Flesh. Poxmakers. kin. Slain. Rot. Power.
Are you telling me this guy hasn't gonna hit a single time here? I had a potion of healing.
Maggot kin. Tallyman of plagues. Nurgle. Destroy. We do. Rot bearers. Kill. Tear apart. The Master Pause. Poxmakers. Spread. Fester. Moving. Father is repositioning. One eye. Rotters. Children.
Not only they didn't rout with the 4 guys completely, but they actually came back. And this is the Emperor Kaori, and you know what the veterans for Emperor Kaori does? Leadership. They'll have some of the highest leadership of any unit in the game without that.
Rots and ruin. Rots and rot. Sense.
Has a regeneration, I don't need a potion of toughness.
Record. Infection. Total destruction. How splendid.
Gonna be a terrible terrain for our kills or failures here. So that take at least 10% character health in a hit. Doesn't do anything to characters. The more explosive the ability is, the less damage it does to a character. And the AI is shooting massive explosion projectiles on a single entity. Kinda surprised they didn't hit the tree there. Oh my god. Don't do it! Oh my god! What the hell are you doing, man? What the shit? Hit the tree, no damage. Okay, okay, we're good. Hey, Barik. It's a good Kadai destroyer position. Kadai destroyed. That thing has nothing on the lane ship. But he direct a Luminarch and a lower there, no problem. Man, it can handle Kadai destroyers in this fight. You've seen the balanced power, by the way. Jesus. You see that lane ship explosion? It's like a nuke went off. I mean, Sigmar. Where's Hashu champion? Let me check the clock. 4 p.m. He's either arguing with some idiots on Total War Reddit or playing Skyrim.
seen the Garden of Blight, you know.
Looks like Deadwood Sentinels have moved to Norska. Turn 84.
I don't serve you.
Kugath.
Turn 84.
Best light bearer. Have new swords. Discharge stinks. Oh, spread pox. Move the feet fast.
Cultist of the
How's
fly.
even Reichland looking after all these defeats? Reichland. Damn,
Cannot.
dropped to rank 39 from rank 1 after like 4 turns. Barely done anything. I mean, 4 turns is a short time. Hard to recover military when there's such massive military on the way.
Cultist of the Fly Lord.
Cultist of the Plague God. Cultist of the Plague God.
Victory imminent!
Nurgle.
Victory imminent.
Best light bearer. Brings corruption. Grandfather asks. Spread pox together. A wondrous day.
Wallow in filth, breed disease.
May my wounds turn putrid.
Nurgle's beloved. I do it for my children.
So what happened to his movement? I don't even know.
Decay lifts my spirit so
I don't
most
even know.
delightful. A delightful addition to my arsenal.
It's gonna be down to these guys capturing Karakadrin.
Maledictor. Blade bearer. Nurgle. Need them. This will work.
We are relying on Tamura can capture Karakar instead of sieging it indefinitely. There is a single lord in there, so this bug is possible.
Father's here. Nurgle's children. I have little patience. Blood, do not confuse our dealings with amity. We shall both.
Rank 2.
These are
Dwarves! This is the first and only battle with dwarves this campaign. I think we had a battle against Karka Azorn. Expecting more battles against dwarves, but they all got murdered in the middle of the map. Having a deja vu like we've been here like 5 minutes ago. Except it wasn't war since I was chaos.
one fine rotters. Swords with breakthroughs.
fastest moving. The Earth Father's blessing. Infestation abound. Decay sends me on.
They die! Wait and king one. Oils, rats, despair, decay, decompose.
Disease is
Trugath, plague. We go. Excellent! To the point is ours! Nurgle. Sand. Not power. The Poxfather. An experiment. Children of that Negro. Unspeakable Poxies. The perfect plague. Children of Nurgle.
the Plague Father's decree. The rocks rise.
Rocket King says, record infections. God's spirits. Kill. Trugath, plague. Decimate them. Yes. One-eyed mortals. Negro. There, wicked Pox. Yeah. We go. Rocket King go. Slain of Nurgle. Nurgle sends enemy. Die. Nurgle's out. What errors marks? Nurgle's command. My experiment succeeds. A new brew. Slaughter them. Swords. Wait. Calculating my destination. What? They infection is inevitable. is done. Another Nurgle. Negro! There! What? Nurgle's special.
Our father's sacred servant.
Comptroller. What the hell is that word, comptroller? Comptroller. Comptroller is a high-level financial officer responsible for overseeing accounting, auditing, and financial reporting for organizations or government entities. This is what they call themselves, Tallyman, and then the plague reading is calling himself comptroller.
It belongs to Nurgle now. Kugath, a plague father. Nurgle's chosen.
Well, hopefully they occupy it. There's a massive garrison plus the Lord, so it could be weird. They do have 3 armies, so there's no reason not to click it. I'd be sad if that doesn't go through. Need some shekels, huh?
Simdabraj ulsakus. Saiz an ula haraz. Talejinaras.
Some shekels.
You have much more to give me, friend. I enjoyed
She's in a corner here with no opposition.
Herald Lyca.
Cultist of the plague god. First, the fetid baptism.
Grandfather bids us march. Cultist of the Fly Lord.
What is Drycaven doing around? No enemies, huh?
Let this world turn to
Griffonwood is controlled by the Ostermark. She has access to limited military due to mercenary recruitment.
Nurgle spares you for good reason.
They didn't occupy Karakaden. Okay, they occupied. Don't scare me like that, Tamarkan. Hey, St. Isaac. The Empire definitely had pretty one-sided balanced power against the Chaos Wars. Victory imminent. I calculate everything on turn 85. You've been saying that for 30 turns? No, I've been saying that for the last 5 turns. It just been taking a very long time because there was a lot of military in the path. Five turns at this stage of the campaign can be easily 4 to 5 hours. When I saw the window for the win, it looked like around turn 80, but Chaos Dwarfs moved out of the Badlands, so I had to grind a lot of Skaven myself. But basically was stream and a half just killing Skaven. When that was done, it was like a window to win in about 5 turns, from 80 to 85. There were 3 streams that were like almost 15 turns. Because for some reason the AI these days likes to go back home and replace units instead of use the momentum. I had very weak momentum in the first place. It's turn 85.
Bigger warp for
Turn ending with a 5, huh?
For Kara and Ka.
I ended up have declared war on Rakarta.
Speak with respect, or your corpse will feed my beasts. An insult.
They got betrayed by the Slanesh. Betrayed by Slanesh.
Sensors detect fear. Death, the only... Yes.
No! Grandfather loves us! Best blade! Grandfather loves us! Father Nurgle!
Tu desetras boli sivla. Tu splinus tula.
Oh, one! Battle brings death! Death!
There we go, boys.
brings decay.
All 3 victories. It ended up being faster than expected. I was expecting this campaign to be like 10 to 14 days. But I want to see something. It feels like every campaign seems to be like checking something instead of getting a proper setup. But one thing is sure, we gotta stack the opposite alignment just a little bit. We can't have a campaign going like this. This is just nonsense. Just when they were not even all the evil powers have won, and it was still pretty one-sided. Literally, the only opposition that the AI has encountered on my alignment was Reichland. And I arrived to Reichland, and in a couple of turns they went from rank 1 to rank 30. This is all 3 routes complete with Nurgle. This is also the end of the Poxmakers of Nurgle number 3. I didn't have the need to use half the units, really. Some units really unnecessary. Unless you're playing a long campaign or fighting a specific type of enemies. Yeah, so basically what this campaign has shown me... is... in the combination with the AI mod, which is already like a tier above vanilla by itself, we gotta do this. We gotta do this. We gotta do this, so... I kinda really don't like the idea of knowing who gets what, but I guess it's fine. Because even if the RNG goes bad, then it's just gonna be too easy. But if the RNG goes good, it's... I mean, we should not leave it to RNG. We should not leave it to RNG. But one thing is sure, we need a setup like this. This setup here. But it takes much longer to assign this because we want the opposite alignment to be higher. Uh, 3 and 2 is not good enough. The minor factions seem to do okay. since the Sleepy Sun AI mod already does a little bit for minor factions. So it has to be 4 and 2 for a faster expansion of major factions and faster snowball of major factions. But we need slightly lower potential for opposite alignment. This is the most ideal thing to do, because there are mods out there that do other things that make no sense. So what does this mean? If you're playing Grom, like these factions get +4. Well, these factions, like anybody who could work with greenskins gets 1 less. But then again, greenskins don't really have much other ones to work with. We're gonna have to put like a category with the opposite alignment. Even if just a couple of major factions get 1 higher, it should be really noticeable. Because we can't have a situation like we have in Nurgle campaign, where all the evil powers in the area are just dominating. That's just like stupid. Like, so what would have been ideal in the Nurgle campaign for this type of scenario? Like, we don't want to make it just one-sided, because, you know, that's like a borderline challenge campaign that gets tedious and boring over time. We just want the opposite alignment just to have a slight advantage over them, which really requires the player to deal directly with them, and the player alliances are not as good without more babysitting. Because alliance on its own, auto-winning trivializes the game. Agree? You guys been watching campaigns here for a while, and I think everybody can agree that alliances in our default setup are trivializing the game. The alliances are too strong. That's what it means. Too strong in Warhammer 3. To be closer to Warhammer 2 level of alliance, the opposite alignment needs to be slightly better. Slightly better, so that your alliance cannot be relied upon to hold territories and win against major factions. There are variables which it's possible, but it should be unlikely. So minor factions get +2 potential, which puts them over 3 with the AI mod, and the major factions get +4, which grants them guaranteed pretty much campaign cheats, which would come also higher aggression to whatever limited aggression the Warhammer 3 can provide, which is very low compared to previous Total Wars. Well, the AI mod influences this a bit. There is no player focus really. I think declaring war on every 5th turn and only making peace treaty on every turn ending with a 0. I mean, declaring war on every turn ending with a 5 and getting peace treaty only with any turn ending with 0. I think it's good. It started a bunch of wars, but it didn't do anything for this campaign because the corner of the map where I was dominated by evil powers. Dominated by the evil powers. So what if we, hear me out, play Warhammer 2? I've been thinking of doing the next sellout, which is probably gonna be late next month or in June to be in Warhammer 2. And I feel like we could play Warhammer 2, but I don't really like the idea going back to Warhammer 2 just because there's this problem in Warhammer 3, which they can't seem to solve. I don't mind considering some Warhammer 2 campaigns, but going back just because this is not ideal is just wrong. Just feels backwards. I cannot accept this. I cannot accept this. So idea behind the setup, Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2 is good for like I don't know, like a campaign once in a while, or maybe sellout campaign. I can see that. I mean, it's hard to do anything about nostalgia because all this stuff is present in this game. It's just slightly different. Like, the game has changed drastically between the 3 titles. So I'll make a video about this, but other than forgetting some stuff, you know, you can easily forget some stuff between the games playing one game for too long. Like, what happened to me when I played Dur 2, I forgot the dwarves had magic resistance, and dryads couldn't kill them. That's a really bad thing in Warhammer 2, in my opinion. Makes the magical attacks trash. In Warhammer 1, you could totally underestimate how long it takes to do things. So basically, if you play too much Warhammer 3 and you in Warhammer 1 you try and do the same, it's going to backfire. Warhammer 1 you gotta play way slower. Way slower. And you're gonna be grinding more stuff just to progress. Because Warhammer 1 and even Warhammer 2 campaigns are set up for like first 70 turns early game. Easy. Definitely in Warhammer 1. Well, in Warhammer 2 it depends what faction you're playing. And there's a several things which are backwards in these previous games which are fixed in Warhammer 3. But Warhammer 3 gives the players a lot of rope. Basically, you got too much things going for you, which trivializes difficulty on every single level. And when there's no player focus, when there's low aggression, then it brings problems, right? I think we got something here with potential mode and the air mode. We just have to find the right setup. I feel like there is no reason to play without potential mode, favoring certain alignments to be stronger, unless we are testing a new patch. I mean, it's clear they want the game to be easy. They haven't really done shit regarding this. The early game is just illusion that there's things happening. The moment the early game is done, it's just the player progresses too fast in Warhammer 3 compared to the AI. And since there is no player focus, it makes things worse. And if you are successful with your progress, it comes to like being very easy to completely trivial. This is the next stage, which also some people don't get. You know, if you have a lot of hours, a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge about the game, and you're getting away with your snowball, you're being successful in what you're doing in the campaign, it just gets even easier. So there has to be some things in the path. You know, people don't like this. This is kind of like in their head tedium. You know, why would it take longer to grow? Why would it take longer to expand? Why would we need like 3 turns to consolidate 3 provinces? But this is how the game used to work. But nowadays, everything they would think to do to bring back some of these things that made sense, people are like, oh, I don't want the game to be more tedious. I don't want to do this thing for 10 turns. Everything is just like going back to that tedium. The moment some difficulty is considered. The problem is the game gotten too easy and everybody got too comfortable. Myself, I admit, I got too comfortable with this as well. And it's getting just boring and more boring over time. They really need to go back to some of the older systems from Warhammer 2 and 1. At least put them as a part of campaign settings. Part of the campaign settings. So we can adjust our own campaign, but I think they just catered to the crowds, so nobody complains about difficulty. Warhammer 2 had a lot of resistance in the mid game, but it lacked the resistance in the late game. And we don't really, you know, I don't think anybody cares about the resistance in the late game. Late game is more about you know, if you are still having fun to go keep playing or just go another campaign. It's just like, it's always been a problem in Total War. But when a Total War game has no resistance in the mid game, where the mid game disappears, you know, I think that's a big problem with the game. And I don't think we can ever create interesting late game. I don't think the current Total War games allow this. Unless someone really likes managing the late game campaign, I think there's very few people like that. I do like it sometimes, but it just gets so time consuming and so it's like nothing really happening. You sometimes just move pieces for hours. So the late game, forget about the late game. Current Total War games, the late game does not work. But they messed up the mid game. The mid game needs resistance and needs that critical mass so you can say, oh, this campaign is finished. The problem is this has now started happening in the early game. This thing exists in Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2. And the problem with the late game, it is the design problem. There is too much to manage. The battles are welcome, but the fact you need to manage stuff around, positioning stuff around against multiple factions, multiple armies, it gets so time consuming, and most of these actions don't do anything. They just add to the turn timer. And I will give an example, like Total War campaign, I would say originally, back in 2000, early days, it was been set up for several factions on the map controlling several territories. But the problem is, when you get to like 30 plus territories, this design does not work. This setup does not work. Total War needs to move from this campaign management to a more macro level management of the resources, and then you're assembling armies in areas where the battles have to, where the battles have to happen. So Paradox games do this, but they don't do real-time battles. So when there is a global war, what I'm saying, when there's a global war, when you have a global war, you're literally just moving borders, managing resources, gathering resources, and then you're assembling your army for a battle in an area or 2 or 3, and you have to respond on left side, top side, right side, where you're going to invest those resources. Resources being, primarily military, which requires, your faction resources to manage. And in Total War, there is no way where, in the late game, where there is a lot happening, where there's a world war happening, that you can actually just, the entire area just works by itself. You move sliders around, and then you basically just mark an area, and in that area, everything is assembling for battle. Just imagine everybody would assign an area for a battle where the main conflict is going to happen. So basically, it could be a criteria where it gets decided. And in that area has been decided for a massive battle or a series of battles. I feel like this might be the only thing for like the late game to do something. And what I mean by this? I mean by this, like the late game has been decided, and you like called like for this area, and armies assembled there. And whoever is there and wins in like matter of turns, the campaign is over. But they were trying to manage the sandbox with managing a ridiculous amount of stuff, which just is too time consuming to be relevant anymore or be rewarding anymore. Instead, like 4 points in the Empire could be assigned for a big battle zone, and everybody literally assembles all their armies there in a certain amount of time. AI could even spawn armies. There's a series of battles, and then the victor is decided. The defeated factions capitulate or just abandon the territories. Like this could be an end game in Total War. This could also just be, you could just have your sandbox experience, or could just be have this enabled on option here. It's just the late game never worked in Total War. The late game has to be a clash between what you have accumulated, right? Has to be like a number of turns, and you either do it or you not do it. They try to do some stuff like this in those smaller campaigns, but in the late game, in this type of campaigns, what they have set up right now, it doesn't work. I mean, you guys realize what they did in Warhammer 3, right? They've given us the Crisis. And the Crisis is basically Legend of Difficulty. This is just nothing. You put the Crisis too late, you can actually... It's like the fact that turn timer is a thing. How early is too early? How late is too late? This is another massive problem with CA. They have totally missed the pacing of these campaigns. The pacing of Warhammer 3 is completely off compared to Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 1. The player has not enough upkeeps, player does not have enough focus, player doesn't have enough aggression towards it. There is no what do you call it, resistance past the early game. And then they put a Crisis, which basically grind a couple of armies and that's it. Crisis happened too soon, you probably die. Crisis happens not at the right time when you just grind armies until they're all dead. I don't think Immortal Empires or Mortal Empires work without player focus. If there is the alliances are just too strong, the moment other factions ally, somebody might roll higher potential, and you literally don't have to do anything. Allies will just win on their own. Yeah, the upkeep just do not support the world size. You know, you have access to too much, and if you successfully expand, you just trivialize the whole game. I mean, people always think about one army, two army, three armies, and then like, how strong is somebody army? And meanwhile, somebody can get like 10 armies when another faction get 3 armies. I haven't played like this in a very long time. I do sometimes play like this with greenskins, but you don't really want to see what happens if I put everything into military. Turns will take hours. And it's gonna be turn 80 and we're gonna have half the world. So this is just this idea of this is so exhausting, and you trivialize the game even more that I don't even want to bother with it. There is a lot of factions that have too much money, and if you don't recruit a lot of armies, which then trivialize the game, there's nothing to do with the money. There needs to be a slider here to increase upkeeps. I've been looking into a mod to increase upkeeps. But the problem right now is we cannot fix the late game. This cannot be fixed. They need to create something entirely different for the late game. But we can fix the mid game. And I think fixing the mid game is good enough to make this game still entertaining. But late game, that's a lost cause. Lost cause. Warhammer 1 had late game. Warhammer 1 had late game. Warhammer 2 had kinda late game. Warhammer 3 has no late game. And you can decide, oh sure, I won the campaign. Turn 35, short victory. Or 45 or 55, doesn't even end of the early game. The Warhammer 1 definitely had the late game. Warhammer 2 had kinda, but Warhammer 3 does not have it. But there's things to kind of make it better. Now, like, look at this. Like, we had mid game in both of those, but there's no mid game Warhammer 3. We can't do anything about late game unless the mid game exists. And the map is too big and it's too much to manage for the late game to even be interesting, because nobody really cares about managing 10 to 15 armies against 3 superpowers. It's gonna be the same battles every single turn. So the idea is to make things interesting. You need to extend the early game struggle into mid game, and the late mid game needs to have still some resistance going on. Maybe Nagash brings late game. Maybe Warriors of Chaos Crisis brings late game. Who knows? But the idea is right now for my streams and the campaigns is to create resistance in the mid game. This is the best we can hope right now with the current version of Warhammer 3. Create resistance in the mid game. And we're using a combination of mods and house rules. Vanilla is a lost cause. It's just hopeless. There's nothing to do in a vanilla PES dealer game. Well, what is today? Today is Thursday, huh? We should play something something else tomorrow. I'm starting this. I'll keep forgetting what this game is called. I'm starting this on Saturday. I'm not gonna be starting a new Warhammer 3 campaign for a bit. We'll see how this game goes, and then I might consider another Warhammer 3 campaign. But I'm currently just waiting for old Heroes Olden Era, which should be by the end of the month. I think I'm just gonna do random stuff onto Olden Era. Once I do quite a bit of Olden Era, we'll see. But there'll be one Warhammer 3 campaign where we're gonna do this setup what I was talking about. Opposite alignment will get stronger. And there is also some Meow Ying quests happening as well. I have to still decide if the sellout campaign should be in Warhammer 2 or Warhammer 3. What do you guys think? We do Warhammer 2 or Warhammer 3 for the sellout campaign? I think we did the sellout campaign in Warhammer 2 and it was... I don't even remember, really. I don't know, for some reason I don't even remember. Warhammer 3 says Heretic. Shogun 2. Medieval 2. I really dislike the idea of just going back because something is not suiting us here. We ought to adjust how we do things here. Last time I installed the Tila, it would crash on the main menu. Pradik, people have sabotaged, I think, 4 campaigns last time. Like, I think True Zister got 5 request tokens for just requesting a single campaign. Several campaigns is the main way to get request tokens. This is gonna be a thing, pretty much. The last sellout campaign was not even that big money-wise. It was actually one of the weaker ones in the recent years. I think the last one had a good setup for sabotage. I also need to take campaigns, yeah, so it doesn't take 3 months, Top Manager. How many request tokens does Matt have? Matt has the most request tokens of anybody. Matt has 26 request tokens. Matt can pretty much request 26 streams of League of Legends. God help me. Can turn me into League of Legends. What's before Pro? Wanna be Pro? Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite. Matt can kill the channel. It's thanks to Matt generosity last year that I didn't really go bankrupt. He's literally saved me last year, so Matt can do whatever he wants for 26 days here. I like the idea behind the sellout campaigns. We have a limited amount of campaigns, but people are working actively to sabotage them with their wallets and channel points. And for every campaign that gets sabotaged, anybody getting a request token gets additional request token. I think that's pretty good. You think about Tainted Girl to follow Avalon? Well, request token Matt gets you at least 1 day of the game. These days, I started allowing a type of request where you can use a lot of request tokens, like I say 10 request tokens, to request a game for like 10 days. But if I don't like it and ended up earlier, you get the request tokens back. So if I played only for like 5 days, you get 5 request tokens back. Well, Matt, you may yeah, like I said, you could request League of Legends. I would play. So request whatever you want. Request whatever you want. I got like 2 weeks now until Olden Era. Probably not gonna see Warhammer 3 for a month now. I was expecting this little campaign to be played for another 5 days, probably. So, Expedition 33 is minimal 3 days, but I feel like there might be more. I might play Zephyr tomorrow. And then we got possibly 3 to 10 days of Expedition 33 or something else until Olden Era. Olden Era is on the 30th, so I got some time to play some stuff. Well, Matt, if you want to request anything, it's open to agreement. But if a game will require a lot of reading, it'll be costly. Olden Era is in 2 weeks. Olden Era is 2 weeks. We're done with Warhammer 3 for now. We are done with Warhammer 3 for now. I'm probably not gonna see Warhammer 3 for a month. Warhammer 3 is officially on break. One moment. What's that mod? Warhammer 3 is officially on break. Just So, Clear Obscure Expedition 33 into Olden Era. Green Campaign was cancelled, Cookies, the request at least. But I'll play Green Sinks at some point. What is even on the next command? I'm gonna be doing... I'm not even sure who I'm gonna be playing next. Whoever I feel like playing, and it's gonna be a setup where we buff the opposite alignment a little bit more. Can Matt use tokens to send you to the gym? Why do I need to go to the gym, Zapik? Did they put the price for Olden Era? Still not no price there. Cooking ramen League of Legends. Alcohol is not happening. Alcohol is not happening. So this is in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, Clair Obscure is probably gonna be at least 3 days. And I guess I got a window of several days here, huh? I don't want to start Clair Obscure tomorrow because I already said it's gonna be starting on Saturday. I think this is good. I was getting burnout on Warhammer 3 right now. I think this is good. I guess you notice, guys, I've been streaming like barely about 6 hours. If I don't really feel like it, I do tend to do streams like 6 or less fewer hours. This is gonna be good here. But I feel like I'm just like 4 days to do something else. You guys think Clair Obscure gonna be well? We're gonna be playing Clair Obscure for like a week. Yeah, if it's good, I can see it. I can see it. I don't really care about leaving things unfinished. So if it's good, it's gonna be definitely more than 3 days. I don't think you can play a game like this just doing the main story. Like, yes, Witcher 3 main story is 80 hours. And then you like just get released in the wild and it's like, this whole world out there. Fuck off, 80 hours. Who the fuck plays Witcher 3 for only 80 hours? It's like, it's just mental to even say stuff like this. If the game is good, you like the visuals, the characters, the music, the atmosphere, it easily doubles it. Right? Is the game have like open world stuff or is it linear? Is it like roaming? Mm-hmm. I did 2 runs of Witcher 3. 2 runs. Let me see. There was a good chunk of it on GOG. So I got 255 hours here, and I think I have over 100 hours on GOG. So 2 runs of Witcher 3 and expansions, about 360 hours. And the first run was magical. Magical. Everything about it was something else. Ever played Cyberpunk? I have not played Cyberpunk, no. I have Cyberpunk, but I've never even installed it. Somebody sent me this game, I don't even remember who. You're not missing much. It's for the best. I don't want to listen to the radio for emotional damage. Damn, 95% recently. What the hell? Well, boys, looks like they've fixed the game, huh? 95% recently, over 7,000 reviews. 95% is like perfecto. %86 overall an increase. It has almost over 800,000 reviews. That's a lot of reviews. I've seen some of the visuals in the game where they even put some kind of filters and the mods. It looks like real life. To me, this seems like a cyberpunk Grand Theft Auto. I don't know even know what the hell is going on in this game. I watched the anime, and the anime was pretty good. The anime was probably just a story in this universe, right? They are, I think they're making a season 2 with a different story. Well, this is definitely a game you could play for a while, right? How big is even the game, like compared to Witcher 3? I see there's an expansion called Phantom Liberty. This is probably a game also that is probably very lovely on very good systems. The reason why I didn't want to even check this game out, because you know, I want to do some other stuff in life instead of being 12 hours on the PC. And when I'm streaming this day, it's tough, you know. It's tough. It's tough doing other stuff. If the finances ever get sorted in the future, I might have a look on Cyberpunk. But right now, it's really hard to justify it being on the PC more than 7 or 8 hours. It's not even worth streaming more than 7 hours of Warhammer 3, really. It is what it is. Well, I'm gonna take the rest of the day. I'm gonna go do some exercise. And probably tomorrow we'll play some Zephyr. Short game of Zephyr. On Saturday, starting Expedition 33. And we probably have now over a month of Warhammer 3. So if you're just here for Warhammer 3, I'll see you guys then late next month. There's probably gonna be no Warhammer 3 on this stream for the next 30-35 days. Variety Elich the next month or so. Thanks for watching, boys. See ya tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe later today. Hopefully not.